What's happening, everyone? Max Forti with another video review. In today's video, a fragrance that has a particular note that I'm a big fan of, the note of coconut. And this particular one from the Aqua Allegoria Guerlain Collection, Coconut Fizz. This could potentially be one of the best spring fragrances that I'm going to be rocking this spring of 2020. This is actually a 2019 release. If you guys want to hear all about this particular fragrance, stick around. It's coming up next. Welcome back to another fragrance review. If you guys like to make a great first impression, smelling good is definitely a great way to do it. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing another fragrance from the Aqua Allegoria Collection. I am a fan of this particular house, Guerlain, of course. This is Pamplemousse, which was released a few years back. This is basically a grapefruit fragrance. And last year I heard about this one, but it took me a while to actually pull the trigger on it. I actually blind bought this fragrance a couple weeks ago. I'm happy to share it with you. This is Aqua Allegoria's Coconut Fizz. I don't know if you guys are a fan of Guerlain. I am a huge fan of Guerlain, especially the Aqua Allegoria line. I think it's a very easy to wear, very fun, bright, and happy kind of a line to wear, especially in times like today. We always need a little something to bring us up, to cheer us up and to bring us up. And I think this particular one, Coconut Fizz, and I think Coconut Fizz has all the right ingredients to perhaps be one of those fragrances that are great for the weather we have right now, which is springtime. Guerlain is a fragrance house that needs absolutely no introduction. If you guys have been a fan of fragrances, perfumes, any part of your life, and you went to some general stores that sell high-end fragrances, you probably heard of Guerlain in some way, shape, or form. Back in 1920s, Shalimar was one of their, #1 selling fragrances worldwide. And in fact, Guerlain has been around since 1828, so it's a fragrance house, a perfume house that's been around for a long time, and they're very well known for the high quality and fine fragrance and blending. And actually, they have a particular trifecta that they call Guerlainade, which is a combination of vanilla, orris root, and other, quote-unquote, mysterious ingredients that they keep it, locked into 7 keys. They don't let anybody know about this particular Guerlainade. It's like a house secret that they pass down from generation to generation. But that's a conversation for a different video. Let's talk about Aqua Allegoria's Coconut Fizz, released in 2019. I do like the presentation. It's very similar to all the other Aqua Allegoria collections. You have the bee up top on the cap. The sprayers are actually pretty good. Actually, nice mist here. And this particular one features a bluish hue to the fragrance, but it's not a blue fragrance. It is going to be, the classification here is going to be an aromatic, floral, fruity type of a scent. If you actually go to the Guerlain website, you'll be able to see that there's about 12 to 13 different offerings in this collection. This is probably the latest one. And I think there's a ginger picante one that's also released right around the time this was released, which I really need to check out. So they have about a dozen to 13 fragrances currently in their portfolio. The perfumer behind this one here is Delphine Jelk. And Delphine Jelk is actually responsible for a lot of different of the Aqua Allegoria collection, including this one right here, Coconut Fizz, that we're covering today. So Aqua Allegoria Coconut Fizz is actually my set of the day today, and I'm going to tell you what it opens up like. So I'm going to give myself a fresh mist right here on my hand to remind myself. So the initial opening here, is going to be really captivating. You're going to get a really nice coconut that's really green. It's really fizzy and refreshing. I really enjoy the opening of this fragrance. It's a little bit sweet and a little bit green and herbal as well. But I think the main character here is also going to be a watery floral undertone that you're going to get with this fragrance, given by the note of freesia. This floral freesia undertone, this floral aquatic watery note is going to stay throughout the life of this fragrance. The coconut here is going to be a very green coconut, not quite the coconut that I'm a big fan of. I actually like coconuts that are going to be creamy and fruity and toasted coconut, gourmand style coconuts. If it's not gourmand, it has to be a very sweet and creamy kind of coconut. Much like the coconut that you find in Virgin Island water from Creed, for example, which is almost like a pina colada drink. The coconut here is not going to be that same kind of a coconut. This is going to be more of an herbal, green, watery, a green coconut. Have you ever had, coconut water? If you went to a beach somewhere in a tropical place, they cut the green coconut, you drink that water. So that's the kind of the coconut, fizz that I get here. It's going to be a very watery, green, fizzy, and refreshing kind of a coconut. Not really gourmand or sweet, creamy coconut that I would like this to have been. But it's still good. It's still a nice coconut. But as the fragrance progresses, that coconut is going to get greener and even more fleeting. It's not going to be upfront. I wish the coconut was amped up here. In fact, the coconut here at times will almost give you like a fig type of a vibe. I think coconut and fig fragrances share this kind of similar, facet. If it's sweeter and like a toasted coconut, kind of a coconut, it's more coconut. If it's greener, it's almost like it could be fig. So I almost think this should have been named, you know, Fig Fizz, because I definitely get a more figgy vibe here than coconut per se. The sweetness that you get here is given by a little bit of a tonka touch, and you also get this creaminess from a nice sandalwood undertone that you get in the base of the fragrance. So I think this fragrance is split into like 3 different characters. You get this floral, citrus, coconut, green nuance that also has this watery floral aspect. And then dried down, you're gonna get the sweet tonka / sandalwood creaminess into the scent. So it is, to me, a very woody aromatic / floral sweet undertone type of a scent. I like it, I don't love it. 3 words that I would use to summarize Coconut Fizz is refreshing, fruity, and transparent. This is going to be a very ethereal, transparent kind of a scent. Right now, I have the dry down here, just spray this hand. It is very faint. You know, you have to really get close to me to smell it. So I'd say projection-wise, it pushes nice for the first hour and a half or so. An hour, to be honest with you. You have to spray your clothes if you want to go into the an hour and a half mark. Otherwise, it's going to be 45 minutes to an hour push as far as projection goes. Longevity, you're looking at 5 to 6 hours. Again, you have to spray your clothes. If you spray your skin, it'll be about 4 hours. Not great performance here. You'd have to respray, reapply. Perhaps if you're wearing this as a scent of the day, keep it in your office, bring a decant. You'll definitely need to reapply, refresh with this because it doesn't have a strong performance, which is most true with the Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Collection. I have to say that Pampaloon actually gives me better performance than Coconut Fizz. This is an older scent, I believe from 2012, I want to say. With this particular one, I get a work stay, I get 7 to 8 hours. But with Coconut Fizz, it fell a little short, 4 to 5 hours as far as longevity goes. The sillage is actually okay. When people get close to you, they definitely get whiffs. People did smell me. Didn't get many compliments at all. You know, you smell okay today, but nothing really extraordinary as far as compliments go. So I did mention what this fragrance reminds me of as far as, you know, the characteristics of the scent. It has like a fig type of a scent vibe to it. So it does remind me of 3 other fragrances. Debaser from Diaz and Durga is one of the fragrances that comes to mind. Philosicos from the house of Diptyque. And also Marc Jacobs Man, you know, the original Marc Jacobs, which I think is now discontinued, also has this nice fig base type of a vibe, and that's exactly what this reminds me of. So if you have those type of fragrance, if you own a lot of fig base scents, this would perhaps be redundant for you to purchase. But if you're looking for a nice fig / coconut green scent, definitely consider checking this one out. It is quality, after all, it is Guerlain. My final thoughts on Aqua Allegoria's Guerlain Coconut Fizz. This is a good release, not great. I don't love it. I think there are other fragrances within this scent character and profile and genre that I would reach out first before I actually reached out to this. But again, as I said before, if you're looking for a coconut / fig type of a scent, definitely consider checking it out. I think it smells really good. It's really appealing. Performance could be a little bit better for me. Overall, if I have to give it a grade, I'd say this is like a 7, 6.5, 7. Anything above a 7, it's worth repurchasing. I think this is right on the cusp. I don't love it. I like it a lot. But one thing this actually has going for it, it is a unique scent. In fact, a lot of coconut and fig-based scents are not released on a yearly basis. It's rather a obscure note, if you will. So definitely warrants at least you guys trying this fragrance if you have access to this particular fragrance. So that's all I have for you today on Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Coconut Fizz, which was released last year. I had the chance to actually experience it now in 2020, early this year. So let me know down in the comments, have you tried this particular one? What are your thoughts on the whole Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria collection? Which ones are your favorite? Please let me know down in the comments your first, your top 3 or top 5 favorites from this particular collection, or just your favorite overall fragrance. I think this is definitely my Pampaloon. It's definitely my number 1 favorite. So please sound off down in the comments. By the way, before I let you guys go, if you want to try this and any other fragrance that you guys are looking to try, new releases, I know with everything that's going on in the world today, buying fragrance is not a priority, but it's something that keeps us happy. I know I do. I look forward to trying new things. It's a hobby and it's something that I'm really passionate about. So I want to share with you guys, in lieu of this situation, me and Mark, my partner, talked about it over the last couple of weeks. So myfragrancesamples.com is actually offering you guys 30% off, which is uncanny. Never happened before in the history of this particular website. It's been around for almost 4 years now. We're doing 30% off across the board on anything you guys want to try, and the code is TOGETHER30. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll have the link below, guys. Not obligated to, just wanted to extend this particular code for you guys. If you guys want to try anything and everything on the site-wide, no restrictions, TOGETHER30 is the code, guys. Again, thanks so much for all the support. I'll catch you guys again soon. Take care.